We're going to go more in depth about translations or slides. A translation moves every point of a figure the same direction and the same distance. A translation also moves a figure left, right, and or up and down. So you can see in this triangle ABC, which is our pre-image, we are going to take this pre-image and translate the figure 8 units left and 2 units down. Before we do that, let's look at the coordinates of the pre-image. Coordinate A is located at 2, 4. B is located at 6, 7. And point C is located at 7, 3. Now, we are going to take this pre-image and translate it 8 units to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to translate it 2 units down. 1, 2. As you can see, every coordinate moved the same direction and the same distance. We also moved it left and down so that our new image has now coordinates A prime, B prime, and C prime. A prime went from 2, 4 and is now located at -6, 2. B prime went from 6, 7 and is now located at -2, 5. And C to C prime moved from 7, 3 to -1, 1. So let's talk about what happened algebraically. When we moved 8 units to the left, we took every x-coordinate and subtracted 8 units. So 2 minus 8 becomes 6. 6 minus 8 is at a -2. 7 minus 8 is at a -1. Then we proceeded to go down 2 units. Well, down means it's in the negative direction, so we went a -2. So therefore, algebraically, we are looking at the x value got affected by a -8, and each y value got affected by a -2. So 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 minus 8 is -6. Here we have a pre-image and a new image. It does not tell us what actually occurred. So we're going to have to decipher what happened. Well, we do know that we have coordinates G, H, I, and J. So for the pre-image, G is located at 2, -7. H is located at 2, -1. I is located at 0.5, -1. And J is located at 5, -7. Now we can look from G to G prime. It went from 2, -7 and is now located at -5, -3. H moved from 2, -1 and is now located at -5, +3. I moved from 5 to -1 and is now located at -2, 3. And J went from 5, -7 and is now located at -2, -3. So what occurred here algebraically? Well, let's look. G went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units left. Since it went left, it's negative, so we'll say that is a -7. Then it went 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. And because it's going up, we can see that that is in the positive direction, so it moved a +4 units. Algebraically, what is that actually looking like? So it's affecting the x value. So the x value is getting subtracted by 7 because it's moving left 7. And the y value was going up 4, so we're going to add 4 to each of the y values. So if I take 2 minus 7, I'm at negative 5. Negative 7 plus 4 gets me to negative 3. Now let's look below here as to what's occurring from one to the other. Here it gives me a pre-image of M. That's coordinate is at 12, 7. And the image, or M prime, is at negative 114. So what happened with my x values to go from 12 to a negative 1? Well, 12 minus 13 actually gets me to negative 1. So that's affecting my x values. My x values get affected. They go left 13 units, so it goes from 12 to negative 13. Now let's look at my y coordinate. It went from 7 to 14. So from 7 to 14, what do I need to do to 7 to get me to 14? Well, I am going to add 7 units. So that's affecting my y coordinate. And each and every y coordinate gets affected and moved 7 units. So algebraically, what's actually occurring here is my x value is going left 13, so we're subtracting 13 from each x value, and then my y value is increasing or going up 7 units. So algebraically, if I had more coordinates, I can plug them into here and find the image coordinate. Lastly, we're going to look at a graph and label the pre-image and image. Here it wants me to take my pre-image and actually graph it. Point A is located at negative 1, negative 3. Negative 1, negative 1, 2, 3. We're going to place B at 2, positive 1. So 1, 2, and a positive 1. And we're going to plot C at negative 2, negative 2. So there is a triangle. I'm going to go ahead and connect each one of those vertices to create that triangle. And we are going to call this A, B, C. Again, this is my pre-image. So what does it want us to do with this pre-image? Well, it looks like going to the image, the x is not getting affected because there's nothing that's happening to it. Where the y is, for every y value, we're adding 6. So if we're adding, we are going in the positive direction, so we're going up 6 spaces. So for here, I am going to start at my pre-image. The x, we're not going right or left, but this value is increasing its y by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my new coordinate there. My b value has increased. The x is not changing at all, but the y is increasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. And for my C coordinate, again, the x is not affected, but the y is increasing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. I'm going to go ahead and draw and complete that figure there and label my new image, because this is the image from the pre-image, as coordinates A prime, B prime, and C prime. So what actually happened here, my new coordinates have gone from negative 1 to negative 3. If I plug in negative 1 in here, that stays the same because the x didn't get affected. But negative 3 plus 6 now becomes a 3. Now if we're looking at b prime, again, the x is not affected, so it remains 2. But 1 plus 6 brings that value to a 7. And for my C prime, we can see that the x, again, does not get affected. However, my y value goes from a negative 2 plus 6 brings me to a negative 2, 4. I hope this helps you, and please continue working on your own.